Alright, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I just really wanted to give you an overview of my tent, my 4-season tent, which is the Hilleberg Soulo Black Label. I've only used this a few times since I got it, and the reason for that is that one, I haven't had a chance to really go out properly and use it, and the second is yeah, it's quite a heavy tent. It's quite a 4-season tent. So I just really wanted to try to answer the question: do you actually need this tent in the UK in 4-season conditions? Because it's a 4-season tent built in I think it's built in, is it Estonia, somewhere like that. So I, as I say, I've only used it, the last time I used it was in June, believe it or not, and that's free-season camping, but it was quite windy up in the Lake District, and I'll put obviously a few clips from that video up as I talk about it. So what I did was I basically set the tent up in a hotel room, just to give you kind of a little overview of how the poles go in and stuff, just to show you that if you are thinking about getting this tent. In my opinion, yeah, definitely I would recommend it in terms of if you want to go mountain camping. There's two versions of it. There's a red label and a black label. The red label is obviously the older one. I think that's got, could be wrong, but I think it's 9mm poles, and the black label, the updated black label version, is the one with the 10mm DAC poles. If I've said that right, but they're thicker poles, so they're a lot stronger. And in these clips I'll talk a little bit about the Curlon fabric as well, the material, which is also very strong. They're not cheap, as you know. They're about, it must be now just under £1,000 for one of these tents. I got very fortunate, I got one second hand from someone who was suffering sort of back problems and stuff, and didn't want to carry the tent anymore, because it is a heavy tent. It's about 2.4 kilograms, something like that. So I'll show you. I've unpacked the tent in a hotel room basically last week. I don't want to go and set up on the wet ground and stuff, but I have. We'll look at some of the clips from when I've used it right now, hopefully. So yeah, as I say, I used it on Mickledore in the Lake District at the end of June, but the winds were very high, and I wanted to really give the tent some usage because I hadn't used it. The first thing I noticed was when there was quite strong gusts of wind, I could just feel how secure it was inside. I could really see that it could handle a lot of wind, like a lot of strong gusts of wind, compared to like some other tents that I've used, like from Nature Hike, for example, or the MSR Access one, which is also a really good tent, about half the price. So do you need it? Do you need the Hilleberg Soulo Black Label? No, you don't need to spend that amount of money for to go camping in the mountains in the UK. If you want to go camping in the mountains in the winter, I mean, you're always going to be looking at the weather forecast, aren't you? And you're probably going to want to do your camping when there's, when wind speeds are very low, and there's little impact on the tent. Really, those are the best things to do. So no, you don't need this tent. This tent gained a lot of traction, became very popular in the last sort of 4 to 5 years or so, something like that. Somebody had it. Someone put a title that it's bomb proof. Now, it's very, as I say, a lot of people want to go camping in strong winds because they get a great experience from it. I myself like to do it. I bought it because of the fact that it holds up so well in strong weather and strong winds, because you kind of do feel a bit vulnerable if you go camping. It gets very windy and stuff. If you're in the Hilleberg Soulo, then you've got reassurance, because you've seen people on YouTube who have used it, you've seen them actually with their wind gauges. Dave the Solo Summiter, obviously he uses the red label Solo, and I've seen people use it in strong winds, so that's what sort of got me to get it. Yeah, so I hope you've found this video useful. Do you have the Hilleberg Soulo tent? Are you looking to buy it? you know, drop me a comment below, and hopefully I can try to answer it. But ultimately, no, you don't need this tent to go winter camping. As I say, I've got an MSR Access 1, which is half the price, probably half the weight as well, which is classed as a 4-season tent, but it's probably about a 3-season tent. But it's still, the pulse system is very, very strong, and I've used that in 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it's been fine. If you want reassurance, you know, if you want to go camping, you're a little bit nervous about weather and wind conditions. Obviously, first of all, you're looking at mountain forecast to determine if you can go camping, because the winds are too strong and you don't want to really be doing that. You're not going to have much fun. But I would get this if you seriously want to do regular sort of camping in the wind in the winter, and you're a little bit, you know, a little bit nervous of going in winds, because it will give you does give you reassurance, because you know you've seen people using it in very, very strong winds. I've seen people using it in 60-mile-an-hour winds, supposedly, or on YouTube videos. I've seen videos of, yeah, a tent pitched and the winds look insanely strong, and it's just standing up to it really, really well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this one. If you want to watch that video when I used it last time, I'll put a card up here somewhere. And just to actually let you know, at the time of recording, I'm actually selling this tent. So it is for sale. Was it the 9th of December 2024 as I record this? So I put it on eBay. You'll find it on there, or Hilleberg Tents for Sale Facebook group. And I actually want to get it in red. I don't like green. That's why I'm selling it, because I want to get the red colour, because it just looks so much better. Because I've got the MSR Access 1, which is orange, and it looks really good on the drone and stuff. And that's the only reason why I'm selling it. It's in really good condition. So to get in touch if it's still for sale. Hopefully it is. But they are quite popular. So right. Thanks for watching, and yep, see you in another video. I do a lot of sort of reviews. Try to go camping when the weather's good. It's not at the moment. Just had Storm Dara come through here, which is kind of still going this weekend. So yeah, hoping to get in Snowdonia in a couple of weeks' time. That'll be a good one. Probably won't put that on YouTube. But I'll make some videos and stuff with the drone and that. Yeah, so see you soon. Cheers.